That's J-Lo and her close friend Loren Ridinger celebrating their birthdays and sharing laughs and good times. But for Ridinger, the CEO of Market America, a billion-dollar marketing company, it has been difficult at times to find joys in life lately. Her husband of more than 3 decades passed away suddenly of a blood clot about 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago? 2.5 years ago. And in her new book, you see it right there, Scrambled or Sunny Side Up, she describes her emotional journey to recovery and positivity. We're lucky to have Loren here with us, right here in studio. Chris Cimino, of course, as well, is joining us. As Chris, you've experienced...
Share a story. Married 32 years and lost my wife about 9 years ago. So this is an important message, an important story.
I think it's something that we don't talk about. You know, it's a
especially
journey.
men.
Yeah, exactly. And good, God bless you for talking about it. I think it's important. I think death's always been taboo, right? It's always been a conversation that we all avoid, and I think it's something that we have to talk more about, even with children.
Absolutely, and it's such a powerful book. As you mentioned, you lost the love of your life, really, after you guys built this empire from the ground up.
Nothing. We had nothing.
Wow. What lessons have you learned from first experiencing love and now loss?
I think so many. I mean, the book is about so many great lessons, even if you haven't lost anyone. I think it's about finding yourself again. How do you overcome the pain that you're in? How do you pull yourself up? I'd lost everything, my confidence, my ability to perform. And so I really had to spend a lot of time finding out who I was again, what my purpose was again. And I found that it was always the same thing I had all along. It was just, I didn't believe I could do it without him. And I had to prove to myself that I could. And I also found that, you know, the book is called Scrambled or Sunny Side Up. He asked me all the time, how should I have my eggs scrambled or sunny side up? And after 36 years of togetherness, you start to think like, okay, it's your stomach. You're the one who's hungry. How do you want your eggs?
Right.
And you realize that's their love language. And that we all have a different love language. And that was really important for me, and I didn't see it at the time. I always thought, like, okay, you're going to ask me right now on the busiest day. Right. You know, you're the one who's hungry. So, you know, it's in a beautiful journey, but a lot of lessons along the way.
You know, when you're together that long, you sort of, I always felt like the couple becomes an entity.
Yeah, we're one.
You're one. And now when the other half is gone, you feel lost and don't know what direction
you understand. You feel broken, you feel lost, and I didn't see, it's the only time you could be in a room full of people and not see anybody. You know, you kind of live in a cloud and a haze, and you just hope that the sun peeks through again. You hope that you can see rainbows again. And this book, you know, there's a different Loren in chapter 1 to the very end. You can see sun again.
It's quite a journey.
It's a journey, and I think you understand. It's like one that you have to kind of go through, and you never expect it. You know, I lost my mom and dad. I understood grief. I'd never lost anybody I'd been with. Like, this pain was undeniably the hardest I'd ever experienced. I knew my husband longer than my parents.
Right. Wow. You could never prepare yourself for something, you know, obviously like this. But did you find initially staying in the present and being with the emotions you were feeling? Don't run from them or...
I dealt with it. I dealt with it. And I think, and I also came with the attitude that if my grief makes you uncomfortable, that's not my problem. And I think you have to give yourself grace to be that way. And I think you also have to find the lessons in love, the lessons in loss.
I got to be really quick, but I remember hearing you mention that you don't like the word widow.
Yeah.
And it was an interesting take because you said, like, the state tells you that your marriage has ended once somebody has passed away.
Well, you don't have to file for divorce. You get remarried again, right? The state automatically terminates it. And I just felt it was so harsh to have you check a box that you didn't want to become your identity.
Yeah.
True.
And that was really important to me. I just wanted to be able to make my own identity.
Quick off topics. You know, Serena Williams wrote the foreword for it,
awesome.
and she says it's a raw, honest, deeply human story that chronicles their love. You saw her last night?
She was awesome. Was she the Super Bowl or what?
She's a friend of yours.
She was the Super Bowl. She's my sister, my friend, and I wrote her in 2 seconds. I was like, you made the game happen. I mean, it was awesome. She was great. I'm going home to practice that dance tonight.
Yeah.
To me, that was the moment, actually.
She's incredible, right? She's so awesome.
And
she's
tomorrow,
amazing.
Lauren, of course, you'll be signing some books at Barnes & Noble on 5th Avenue at midday.
I'm so excited. Noon.
Yes,
noon. Come see me out there. I'm so excited. This is a story that's going to help so many people, even if you lost someone or not. It really helps you find yourself.
Very important stuff to move on.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Good luck with the book.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Thank you again.